Welcome back to the 2020 Ohio Hardwood Furniture Market. We're so glad you're here. I'm Jordan Mullet, and I'm one of the hosts of the show. And I just want to take a moment to switch hats and put on my daily hat, which is one of the owners at Sandler Training for the Ruby Group. We help companies to focus on that top line revenue and how we can grow it 30, 40, 50%. So today I'd like to talk to you just a little bit about what does it look like to help lead a high performance sales team. Just want to give you 5 different things that we can do to lead that high performance sales team. You know, it's interesting, this is football season just started. In my community, the Browns are a big deal. And as we know in a football team, you can get a lot of great players, but that doesn't always mean that everybody's going to perform at the top level. That doesn't mean that you're going to be able to perform at everything that you're doing. So in order to be able to help get the different working parts, here's just some easy tips that you can use when you're leading your sales team. Number 1 is help your salespeople become unemotional about the process. And this is what's so difficult about sales, is sales can be violently emotional. You can come in the morning, you can be happy, on your game, thinking correctly, and the next thing you know, you get a text, email, phone call, or even a customer comes in and kind of just shoots down what you're thinking for the day. And it's almost like very quickly they can just come in. Sorry. Very quickly they can just come in, and it's just like they sap the energy right out of you. Salespeople need to learn very quickly, how do we become unemotional about the process? And this is just a little bit about recognizing the fact that I'm playing a role here. My role is to be able to help customers find great product and to be able to not take it personal when somebody doesn't buy from me. And that's point number 2. Point number 2 is bounce back quickly from rejection. Number 2 is bounce back quickly from rejection. So when that situation happens, not only do I need to be unemotional with the process, I need to be able to respond to that no in a positive way. So many times salespeople put so much hope on each call. They need that sale. They need that person to buy from them. Makes it very difficult to deal with no. Number 3 is learn to talk less by asking great questions. And I alluded to some of this in my previous talk, is that it's very difficult not to make it about the product or about yourself or about the store. But customers want to be able to come in and share about what's going on in their world. And the best way that we can do that is by asking great questions. One of the exercises that I do with a lot of my teams is we'll sit down and we'll talk about what are the number 1 questions that people are asking us. You know, is it, can I customize? What size is this? Will this fit in my space? And we talk about, instead of making it about us, how do we turn that question around and just make sure that we're not just spewing product details, that we can make it about themselves. And we strategize, what are great questions that we can ask? What are different ways that we can help them with that? And it's not so that we can manipulate them into a sale. It's simply that we can have better conversations, real conversations with our customers. Number 4 is become comfortable talking about money. And this is one of the most difficult. If you think about all the lessons that we've learned from growing up, what did mom and dad teach us about money? Well, one of the number 1 rules is don't talk about money. You don't bring it up. You don't ask Uncle when he drives into the new vehicle, hey, Uncle Joe, what'd you pay for that vehicle? We're taught from little on up, you just don't bring it up. It's none of your business. And now, guess what? We get paid as salespeople to talk about money. How much would you like to invest in this? And it's difficult. A lot of people have a lot of stigmas around that. I've found over the years that salespeople have these highly tuned methods for being able to tell how much does somebody willing to spend. They judge it based on, you know, what clothing they're going to wear, or, you know, what kind of car they drove into the parking lot. But that doesn't really tell people what they're willing to spend on furniture, how much they want to invest. Most salespeople just are not comfortable. And then number 5 is helping our salespeople learn how to build a referral network. You know, if you're a great salesperson and people are comfortable with you and you're good at being able to build that trust and help them to be able to let that guard down and just have a real conversation, the truth is that they're going to love you. Now, a lot of stores don't always have a referral program, or they don't have something there to build that customer loyalty. It takes time, it's effort. It can be just kind of difficult at times. But that's a great thing that you can do for your salespeople, is help them build a referral network, help them have a referral program, something that they can do and say, hey, if you send somebody in, we'll do this for you. And then it's a matter of simply just teaching them how to ask. How do you get comfortable asking for a referral? Talking about what's an easy way to ask. Do you know anybody else that's looking for furniture? That can be such a great way to build a sales team. So these are all just different points that we can use to build a high-performance sales team. And in order to be able to help you further, I brought a book along, and this is written by one of my partners up in New York. He's been in the Sandler Network for a long time. This is a great book called Retail Success in an Online World. And this is just really dealing with, how do I build trust really quickly? How do I get relationships with my customers? How do I not manipulate? And how do I do that? So in order to get this in your hands, we're going to give another one of these away. All I need you to do is put a hashtag on Instagram or Facebook. And all you need to do is hashtag either on Instagram or Facebook, and the hashtag is hashtag OHFM for Ohio Hardwood Furniture Market 2020. OHFM 2020. Post a picture of your showroom. Post a picture of one of your retail products and put that tagline in it. We'll pick from one of those and send you one of these books. I also have something to offer you as well. I have access to Sandler Online, and we have a great account for somebody that just wants to learn a little bit more. If you go to therubygroup.com or therubygroup.sandler.com/sell, you'll be able to just enter a little bit of information, and we open up a lot of our great training for you to be able to prosper, help your team, help yourself. And we've got great podcasts, audio, video, white papers, lots of things that you can learn on there. So again, this was Jordan Mullet, and I'm one of the owners of the Ruby Group at Sandler Training, and glad to help you learn how to build that high-performance sales team. If you'll stay with us in just a moment, we're going to look at some other great furniture products, and we'll be back in a few.